Each of these food boxes represents a gift of life for people here in Israel who are in desperate need. These are very difficult times for Israel and the Jewish people. Every week the lines get longer and longer. More and more people come, and you can see the desperation for food.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever seen one of those commercials, and I'm sure you have, you can't help but be moved, and I'm so honored to have Rabbi Yechiel Eckstein here sitting next to me, founder and president of International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, RabbiEckstein.org. He's also the former co-director of Interreligious Affairs at the Anti-Defamation League. Great to see you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Steve.
And again, I want to get to those commercials and everything else, but there's a new commercial that's going to air around soon, and it involves the Iran deal, the proposed Iran deal. This is a horrific tragedy waiting to happen, is it not?
I believe it is, and we're doing everything to try to stop it. We have a huge network. We're the largest group of Christians supporting Israel and the Jewish people in the world. And we have 1.5 million donors, and we're on radio on 3,500 stations, and Facebook and TV. So we're pulling out all the stops to urge our friends in the Christian community around the world, but especially here in America, to contact their congressmen and to try to present a situation where a veto wouldn't help.
Do you believe that Charles Schumer coming out against it is significant, or do you believe, as some skeptics say, he knows that this cannot be the veto cannot be overridden, and he just waited till that assurance happened and then came out against it?
I don't know. I guess there are people in the know, but for me, it's a stance that is important. If anything, I think the approach has been wrong by Israel to make this into a Jewish issue. The president has not helped in his remarks.
But how so have they made it? I mean, he came to the United States. He talked about the threat to the United States as well as to Israel.
But this is being presented as, and it is, an existential threat to Israel, and it is. But it's also a threat to America and to the Arab nations like Saudi Arabia and to the region as a whole. And I think that it hasn't been emphasized enough. I think the fact that Charles Schumer is Jewish and the other congressmen focused on their Jewish identity is not good, it's not healthy, and it's not the case. These people are acting as Americans
in the interests of the United States.
In the interests of the United States.
And the White House now and others, when they talk about Schumer's move, stress that he's Jewish, implying that he's caving into the Jewish lobby.
Right.
And that is horrific.
And it's warmongering. You know, when the United States went to war in World War II, it was precisely very careful to try to avoid that feeling that they're going because of Jews and the Holocaust. I think it's very dangerous. That can have a backlash against the Jewish people, and I think President can do better than that.
The book that I'm holding in my hand, The Bridge Builder, by Zev Chafetz, who we've had on this show, talks about who you are in another aspect aside from Iran, and talks to the commercials. There's the book up on the screen. Everybody should get it and read it. He praises you to the hilt, elevates your status to where I believe it deserves to be. And you have done something so important in bringing Christians and Jews together. And there are many Jews, as you well know, who poo-poo the evangelical support, say we don't want it, they have ulterior motives. And I say, if they want to be our friend, if Christians want to be our friend, I don't care what their motives are. They want Israel to be in the hands of the Jews. They support Israel. They're the biggest supporters of Israel, and you've promoted that.
I believe I helped start it. I've been in this for 38 years and started the first evangelical Jewish dialogues 38 years ago. We've come a long way. Today it's accepted. You see it in the newspapers, on TV, Jews and evangelical Christians.
Yep.
That phrase wasn't there
No,
38 years
you,
ago.
Absolutely.
So
when I
think,
said promoted it, I didn't mean you
right,
took someone else's. I mean you promoted it. Yeah.
I did, and I think it points to the importance of bridge building, not just between Jews and Christians. Last week I was in Jordan, and I brought food and medicine and clothing and money for a place to live to 50 refugees from Syria, Druze refugees. And it broke the ice with them. I think if everyone becomes a bridge builder in their own sphere and does some acts of kindness for others, we can break the gaps in this fractured world and that we live in.
The book, The Bridge Builder, the great Rabbi, and thanks for coming. It's a pleasure to meet you. All right, folks, we're going to come back. We have much, much more ahead right here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Don't go away.